This video is not financial advice. This video is made for entertainment purposes only. What is up, everyone? It's your boy, HBar Simp, Safe Investor AG, Saucy Warrior, and today, Banking with Saucerswap 101. Accurate and up-to-date analytics. So, the analytics here are not tampered. They're up-to-date. And they're reliable, which is why I love it. So how do you read this? Let me show you. So liquidity. This is how much liquidity it's inside the entire Saucerswap. Let's get this back a little bit. Right there. There we go. All right. Okay, it's all good now. Right? Just a small glare. Trying to get rid of this glare. There. All right. This is exactly how much liquidity is inside the Saucerswap community. $18,817,226. It has gone up a major spike to 32 million. Okay, there was a dump, coincidentally, right before the shutdown. Almost like someone saw it coming. Someone swoop out about 10 million in liquidity within the span of 48 hours. Bam. And then the shutdown happens. So they left some bag for people to hold. So you can bet your bottom dollar that, yeah, there's a confiscation fee that they paid because you can't just dump like that. But anyways, all right. So let's read these analytics so we can get an idea. And yes, I'm still holding my graph, as you guys can see here. Okay, it's right there. I'm holding on graph. Anyways, all right. So let's study up. Okay, so you can see the leading liquidity token is HBAR. It has a total liquidity of $6,435,000. And daily volume, well, today it was $296,000. Now, what does this mean? Now, the volume means transactional volume within the span of 24 hours time frame, which means right now you can see the clock right here. It says 9:12 p.m. and then it tracks the transactional volume for the past 24 hours, which means from 9:12 p.m. of March 18th up until now, 9:12 p.m. of March 19th. There has been transaction of $296,000, whether if it is selling volume or purchase volume. Okay, this is a 24-hour volume, and it shows the entire ecosystem transactional volume. Again, same thing, either selling volume or buying volume. So you can zoom in here if you want to see. This is February and March. You can zoom in. Okay. The funny thing is that I predicted this explosion, but I never anticipated a selling volume explosion. But I mean, yeah. This is when the shutdown happened. See, this volume just rocket shot up from for 2 days, but that was sales volume. It was sales volume. Okay, so you can see you can see the weekly, daily. All right, does that make sense? August, October, November, December, and then January, February, March. Okay, you can see the daily, September, November. So you can see more of a minute, detailed volume stats. All right. And I am predicting right now, I'm letting you all know, money's going to come flowing in here insanely. I mean, people are going to think that Saucerswap might get shut down or it might crash like Solana. No. Saucerswap has set their foundation ready to go, so they can manage hundreds of millions or even billions in transactional volume. Okay, so analytics. So let's say we're going to inspect a specific coin. All right. So liquidity, this is where people are parking their money. 6.4 million in HBAR, 2.8 million in HBAR X, 2.4 million in SAUS. Okay, and this is a stable coin, 9. So people that are wondering, how come this stock never moves? It always stays in $1. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that voice. This is a stable coin. Its purpose is to remain stable. Okay, where you can park your money. Yes, there's a risk. They can be pegged. They have to back that money up by assets or liquidity. So, for example, this is similar as the US dollar. Okay, so Federal Reserve needs to back that dollar up, whether if it is by gold, by treasury, bonds, or whatever. Does that make sense? So they need to keep this stable coin. So let's say, for example, you invested in one of these, let's say LCX, and LCX exploded and it went to about 20 cents. So you almost doubled your money, and you want to take profits and sell and park your money somewhere that's stable and doesn't fluctuate. There you go, USD coin, USDC, that's what it is. So if you look at the graph here, look at the price action. It's boring. That's because it's supposed to stay stable. But something happened back here in March 11th. Looked a little shaky here. It dropped all the way to 75 cents and then it recovered back up. So stable coin, it's supposed to be stable, but at this point, I don't trust any stable coin. I really don't. I much rather hold my money into a either SAUS or HBAR. Those are the two safest assets in my opinion. But anyways, so that's what stable coin is. And it has gotten a transactional volume of 85,000 within a time frame of 24 hours. And people are parking almost $927,000 in this stable coin. Okay. Say an XSAUS. Now, these are up-to-date analytics. You can see this. Now, let's inspect these two coins. Okay, these are utility coins. XSAUS, Headstarter, amazing coins. So XSAUS. So let's look at the specs and the analytics of Headstarter, for example. So there's a total value locked of $250,000 right here, which equates to 4,127,000 HBARs. And in the 24 hours, it traded really boringly, only $3,000 sales or buy volume. So it traded really boring, what looks like more like a sell. And Headstarter has been trading sideways, as we can see here. Yeah, I mean, but remember, sideways trading is bullish trading. Don't forget that. So, and then if you want to inspect the daily and monthly volume, here it is. So we can see here, maybe a lot of people bought a lot of Headstarter, and then Headstarter released more coins, and then people have just been holding, but people have been holding their Headstarter. You see that? However the upper spike is, they haven't been selling. People are holding their tokens, and they're leaving their money parked here in Headstarter. Why are they leaving their money parked on Headstarter? Well, that's where the liquidity pools comes in. So if you go to the farming pools, you look for Headstarter. Where's it at? Where you at, Headstarter? Here it is. HBAR and Headstarter. So what you do is you get, let's say I want to invest in Headstarter. So you see my portfolio right here. I have 46,000, right? Let's say I sell a quarter of my growth. That would be like, what, 12,000, 11,000. And I want to park it in Headstarter. And I want that to make money for me. So I'm going to swap half of it. The 24%, I swap it out as HBARs, and then I swap half of that into Headstarter, and then I head up here into the farming pools, and I stake them onto the Headstarter and HBAR pool. They are paying 25% APY, which is amazing. Okay, and then you're making your money work for you while it's parked right there. So if there's a catalyst with Headstarter, for example, and suddenly the price explodes, well, your investment in the pool will also explode. You might have a permanent loss, yes, because it's paired up. It's in the Headstarter and HBAR pool, which means if HBAR doesn't explode and your Headstarter does, then some of the profits will come back to the HBAR. So I've explained the impermanent loss in previous videos. You go ahead and look in my previous video so you can see what I mean by that. But that's how you can park your money so it can work for you. Now, there's different ways. If you don't want to, risk impermanent loss, then what you could do is hold your tokens, not have it work for you though. Hold your tokens in your wallet right here. So I don't want you guys looking at my password. So let me put my password. Oops. Dang it, I mistyped it. I mistyped it twice. What the heck? Oh, I had the caps on. All right, so there is such a thing as parking your money in your wallet right here. So you can see Headstarter right there. Let's say I want to park it here. So that way, if it spikes up, then I don't get any permanent loss and I ride the wave all the way up. Makes sense? But if I wanted to make money for me, you can pair it in a pool, because in order for you to pair it in a pool, remember, this ecosystem is built into the Hedera ecosystem. So that's the currency of this planet Hedera in the banking continent of Saucerswap. So you need Saucerswap or HBAR. Your pools, that's almost all of them. Now they're permitting stable coins because, well, they're stable, but I don't trust any of them. That's up to you if you want to trust them. I really don't. I'd rather park them on a utility coin, or my conviction is right now Grelf, or HBAR. To me, HBAR is the most sound one. Okay, now let's get back to the analytics. So liquidity, you can see how the liquidity has been moving in, let's get back to Headstarter. So we've seen the price, the volume, and liquidity. So people have been maintaining their liquidity in Headstarter. Strong, diamond handing on Headstarter. Okay, so this project is also amazing. I've done a deep dive on Headstarter, and check it out on one of my videos on a Saucerswap ecosystem videos. So yeah, so that's how the reading analytics go. They're accurate. Honestly, I trust them. They're nothing like the stupid stock market. They're outdated. You get data from like 2 weeks old, 1 week old. I don't know. The SEC is having a party that never, anyways, it's never updated. So if you want to find out how badly a stock is shorted, or how many calls, or you can never know the real numbers because it's outdated, because when they're up to date and you're good at reading the analytics, you can take advantage of them. So Grelf, for example, you can see that the float was tiny, and it was a matter of time before it explodes. And I read that, I caught wind of that, and I rode that wave. So, and now you can read the analytics and see which one's next. So I want to warn you, for example, okay, I want to let's compare analytics between right here. We're going to do Grelf. So I have Grelf opened up over here. All right. And then there's another meme coin that people are talking about. It's called Cleo. That thing, I do not trust Cleo. Sorry, but if you're watching this, the creator of Cleo, I don't trust Cleo. Period. I don't trust it. I don't care what anyone says. Really, I don't. No. So Cleo, let's see here. Let me show you some stats about Cleo. So Cleo, so this is growth. Okay, everyone's looking good on growth. All right. And Cleo is right here. So let's look at the monthly chart. So this was back in January 17th, 2023. It got as high as 8 cents, guys. 8 cents. That's insane. Look at this massive pump. There it is, 8 cents. Boom. 8 freaking cents. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, and Grelv, for example, got as high as 35 cents. If you look at the weekly, well, this chart's looking way better than Cleo's weekly. Okay, look at Cleo's. I don't want to say this is a pump and dump, but this is why you need to be good at reading charts and at least know how to read the basics and volume and liquidity and the price action. But this to me screams out pump and dump. So I would stay as far away from this thing. If I would, buy some of this, I wouldn't put any more than 10, maybe $15 and kiss that money goodbye. Okay. Not financial advice. Why? Well, let's check out the full chart for, let's see here. All right, let's go to swap. Now we're going to look for right here. Where's the search bar? Dude, bro, where is the search bar? Okay, let me show you. I want to show you. K. There it is. Cleo. Yes, I understand. I understand the risk. Okay, Cleo. All right. In the month, it's gone 1,200%, but look in the weekly. Okay, it's gone 30%. It got up to, not 5 cents. Remember, it got up to 8 cents. Okay, and it's not marking it here because it only reads the end of the day price action when it's a line graph, such as this one. Now let's compare it to something like my homeboy growth. Now in 1 month, it's gone 3,238, and it's been more of an organic growth. And in a week, it's 53%. So if you see this, it's climbed, it bounced, and it's holding, it's maintaining. Now, what does that mean? What does this mean, you may ask? Well, let me show you. In Cleo, this thing went up to, you have to look at the downside as much as the upside. It went up to 8 cents, and it consolidated freaking all the way down to 1.5 cents. Dude, that's like a 70% drop. Like 70, 80% drop. Someone took massive profits up here. And just left everyone holding a big old bag up into 4 cents, 5 cents. And you can see here they've been selling. People thought this was the next growth, so they bought it and they dumped, and then they bought it up again, and they dumped on them again, and they dumped even more, and they realized, oh, this is dip before the rip, and then it got bought up, and then the whale probably dumped again over here, and it kept trickling down with magic dumps. Okay, that's 80%. This is what a pump and dump looks like. Okay, Cleo. I would stay away from this coin, as far away. Now let's look at growth, and I wasn't wrong about this. So you look at the 5-day, okay? It came back down to these levels. Okay, it fell from 35 cents and is now trading at 14 cents. That's about what, 55% for a micro, itty bitty micro meme coin. That's actually very considerate and very good. Okay, it has not gone down to the pennies like two. So let's imagine it's, if we would compare it to Cleo, 34 cents, 80% drop from 35 cents. It'd be the equivalent of maybe 6 cents down here. 6 cents, right? Like 6 cents right there. Yeah, down, it'd be like down here, like 6 cents right there. That'd be ludicrous down here. That, ladies and gentlemen, would be a pump and dump. If Growth would have dumped that hard down to maybe 5 or 6 cents, yes, that would have been a pump and dump. And that's probably what the you know, the greedy, selfish whales that couldn't help themselves and throw a tantrum over losing in the day trading status, and they just dumped it, and they attempted to drop it down to 6. They attempted to cause a panic to get people to sell and dump it probably to 6 or 5 cents, so people may buy it back up again, and then or they could buy it back up again from 5 or 6 cents. Because think about it, they probably lost 40% of their portfolio from up here. When you buy back in, if you want to buy back in a massive order again, you're also going to lose about 30 to 40% again, unless you go back in easily, slow, and steady. So yeah, screw you. Anyways, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what a healthy consolidation looks like. So yeah, and look at the volume of Grell, for example. You can see the massive spike of volume right there. So it's holding, the volume it's holding almost as it's preparing for another massive spike. So people did not see this spike as high as 222,000 in the 7 days, in the March 14th, 15th. This is the volume. Liquidity, okay, it went through the roof. So was it a pump and dump? No, because liquidity would have just crashed. All right, so Cleo, let's look at its liquidity. Okay, it just went up 15,000 and it dropped to freaking 5,000. Holy crap, this is a pump and dump. Okay, I don't get how. Okay, yeah, this thing is a pump and dump. So anyways, yeah, growth, look, it's steady, staying up there, it's holding above, and its liquidity pool is still up top, number 1. And let's look at the list of liquidity pools. Okay, and then last thing, sorry, this video is pretty long because I might do a part 2. Actually, I'll do a part 2. I'm going to finish it right here because I know it's been a long time. So yeah, guys, this is banking with Saucerswap, learning to read the analytics. And yeah, you have to learn if you want to be your own bank. So you know, if you want to play it safe, piece of cake. What would I do? I would just trade HBAR and Sauce. That's it. Period. And wait for my millions to come rolling in. Sauce, this is a multi-billion-dollar token. Sauce is a multi-billion-dollar token. Yep, it is. And where is it at right now? Sauce, the market cap is at 7 million. This needs to add 3 zeros. The decimal point is going to move 3 times. This is going to be $1 billion market cap token easily, because I mean, this is a win-win. And the circulating supply is right now 371. It has 1 billion, so you're barely sitting at 37% of the circulating supply. But yeah, so to me, that's what I would do if I was a beginner and I had no clue. That's what I did when I barely started. I just left it at, you can see my videos in the very, very beginning of my YouTube channel. I would only have farming pools for Saucerswap and Headstarter. That's it. Those were my main convictions, Saucerswap and Headstarter, period. Now, well, because of my hard work and research, I know that this is going to get huge. So I managed to up my portfolio. I've 10x it actually currently. It went to 30x, but it's still at a 10x. I'm at 47,000, and I'm planning on pushing it up even higher. Okay, my goal is to reach 1 million. And I don't know, how do you guys think I'm doing? So I always will try to be as transparent as possible. Part 2 coming out tomorrow. I will go over the list of liquidity pools down here, so you can see what, you know, your APRs and what your rewards may be. But that's how you read analytics. Learn to read. Liquidity is none other than where people are parking their money. Volume, it's practically where people are getting in and getting out. Okay, and then the price action, you can see through that percentage here, whether if it's how much volatility there is. And it looks like there's going to be a major volatility. Why? Because every time, so you can see right here, every time there's a massive spike, there's always a massive dump or a major interruption. This is an interruption, so there's going to be a massive spike. Where will the money go? I still think it's going to go through many meme coins, but I think the winner will still be growth, and I'm keeping my money there because I think it's still going to be growth. There's only 30,000 tokens left, and the minute that we get closer to that getting bought again, well, the growth has gotten, I mean, the foolish whales, they already got bought out. Okay, so the closer, you're going to see growth possibly getting closer to 34 cents, and the volume is going to spike up again. The volume's going to spike up again. Okay, and then when you see that happens, well, yeah. So if you look at the volume, see that there's a major dump on the volume right here, but it didn't go to these levels of a dump. It's holding these levels of a dump. So right now it's staying stable, and there's going to be another spike in volume. It's most likely it's going to be higher than 224,000. So part 2 coming up tomorrow. And thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is your boy, Safe Investor AG, HBAR Simp, Saucy Warrior. Everyone stay saucy. Take care.